we'll also be looking at a key UNSC meeting. I'll just talk about that in a bit with you. This is a quick breaking update on our screens right now, where these are details of Ashraf Ghani's escape from Afghanistan. Now, Russian agencies claim that Ashraf Ghani fled Afghanistan in a chopper filled with cash. Forecasts, they say, were parked with money in the airport. Ghani's team tried to cram bags of cash. Shravan getting us this breaking update. Shravan, I do not even want to say what I want to say right now to this claim being made by the Russian agency, but this again tells you where do world powers stand on the entire issue, Shravan. But what is it that this Russian agency says? Who are they quoting?
Well, in fact, Republic TV hasn't been able to independently verify this entire claim that has been made, but this is certainly very important, significant given the fact that Ashraf Ghani essentially faces a lot of criticism, especially from his cabinet ministers who basically said that he has cheated the entire country. Now, this is an important development which has been put out by the Russian news agency. In fact, they are also quoting a Kabul mission employee of the Russian embassy. And I'm just quoting from that very update that has basically come in. It's very important where the Kabul mission employee is essentially saying that as for the reasons of the collapse of the regime, they are characterized by how Ashraf Ghani fled the country. 4 cars were packed with money, and they tried to cram another bag of cash into the helicopter. Not all cash managed to squeeze in, and some of the money was left lying on the airfield, unquote. Now, this is the quote of an unknown Kabul mission employee, quoted by the Russian news agency. But remember, just to put this into perspective, over the last 24 hours, what we have essentially done is we have spoken to a lot of people on the ground, people from Kabul. In fact, we've also got in touch with some of the Afghan parliamentarians, who have flown down to the national capital, and they have essentially said that if one person has to be blamed for the current situation, it is Ashraf Ghani, and the fact that there has been corruption allegations that have been leveled against Ashraf Ghani. So that is the reason why when this report comes in, the report that has been put out by the Russian news agency, it raises more questions about what really has transpired in Afghanistan and why exactly Afghanistan forces haven't been able to put up a strong fight against Taliban despite the kind of resources that were basically pumped in by the United States of America, as well as other stakeholders in trying to train the Afghan forces. And not just that, politicians were essentially to be blamed for the fast fall of Kabul and various other provinces in Afghanistan.
That is right, Shravan. I think you make that point brilliantly there. Thank you so much for filling us in right now with that breaking development. Let me take this to Divya. Divya, what is your response to this big claim now coming in from the Russian agency where they say that Ashraf Ghani actually tried to flee with a lot of cash? You know, we do not know about his whereabouts, but there are reports indicating that he wanted to head into Tajikistan. He was denied permission. Then he has gone to Oman and he's ultimately trying to get into the US. How much of blame today is lying on Ashraf Ghani's own head and his own shoulders?
See, I am not surprised by these reports at all that he ran away with a lot of cash. See, the power game in Afghanistan is like that. Big superpowers have been involved in Afghanistan for more than 4 decades now. Country has been facing a civil war kind of situation. There are mercenary warlords who are used to switching sides for briefcases and suitcases full of money. Now, what has happened is that these guys were sticking with this Afghan government because of supply of money from the US. Now, when the US pulled itself out, they certainly took money from some other source. That is why even the field commanders, the brigade commanders surrendered without much of the fight before Taliban, though they had all the modern weaponry, American weaponry with them. So what we need to understand is that they are used to big money. They can't switch sides for small amounts of money. And who can provide that kind of money when US is not doing that? You see, Pakistanis who are the sponsors of Taliban are paupers. They can't provide that kind of money. Taliban was advancing for some more months, some months now. But this advance turned into the kind of blitzkrieg after Taliban leaders met with Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi. And we are also getting reports now that Chinese Foreign Ministry has just now said that they are looking forward to friendly relations with Taliban. So we need to understand how this collapse has happened.
Divya, I think there will be a blueprint to that. And, the story is unfolding very, very fast. I request you to please stay with us. Let's put out one